power. Precision. Destruction. Get ready for the ultimate ride through roaring engines, flying debris, and raw, crushing power. These machines don't just shred, they rewrite the rules of demolition. Let's grind some legends down to dust. What catches my eye is that 3-axle design on the Petzolato. That means it sits solid and won't wobble around when you're feeding it those hefty logs. And with an opening almost 4 feet wide, it just swallows them whole without a fuss. Makes clearing big wood much simpler. My goodness, they just pick up that train car and slice it in two like it's a loaf of bread. No huge clouds of black smoke like when they used to cut metal with torches. That acetylene and oxygen cost a pretty penny too, I bet. This big shear, the tool you see there, is apparently referred to in the industry as a chicken. It just snips right through. Progress is a good thing when it makes jobs like this safer and less messy. Smart way to do it. For anyone new to this, what you're seeing is a drag line, not an excavator. It digs by dragging a huge bucket across the ground, using cables. That 12 cubic yard bucket can move a serious amount of rock in one pass. It's not just brute force, it's skilled timing and coordination. This machine helped build America's energy backbone for decades. Just wow. That machine doesn't slow down for anything. Impressive stuff from start to finish. Seeing that car torn apart made me think of the streams near my home. What if all that fluid found its way there? I love technology, but not at the cost of polluting nature. We can do better. Drain it, filter it, then recycle. We've got to slow down and do it right. That augers like an old farm screw press on steroids. Smooth, steady, and no nonsense. Looks like it could run all day without breaking a sweat. Those balls didn't even have a chance to roll a single frame. Straight into the jaws. Imagine feeding it a sofa next time. At this point, just back a moving truck up and dump in the whole bedroom set. Shredder's hungry, and it's not picky. Used to be folks tossed this kind of scrap in the dump. Now it's getting shredded down to bits for a second life. That's progress. King Brothers makes it look easy, but there's real skill behind keeping that shredder running smooth. This Petzolto chipper looks like it means business. With that big 1150 horsepower engine and the ability to make precise chips, it's clearly made for tackling some really big wood. It's got 2 cuts per turn on the drum, which must make quick work of logs. A serious machine for serious clearing or processing. Crushing gas tanks is no joke. One small spark, and that's a fireball waiting to happen. Folks, please don't mess around with this stuff. Wear goggles, gloves, whatever it takes to stay safe. This crusher's got no mercy. Phones or metal doesn't matter. Just chew it all up like breakfast. That's one hungry machine right there. Back in the day, we used torches and elbow grease. Now machines like this handle steel like butter. Glad to see safer, cleaner methods being used. Keeps the scrap moving and the workers protected. Hats off to whoever designed this beast. Boom! That steel tank didn't stand a chance. Bradford Waste Traders just came out swinging. You can hear the metal scream as it's torn apart piece by piece. That grabber? Fast, accurate, ruthless. Like watching a heavyweight boxing match. But the tank's in round 1, and it's already down. Recycling never looked this intense. It's like a well-oiled team out there. The C50 crushes the big stuff, sends it right to the C44 for more grinding, then off to the S130 screen that sorts it all like clockwork. And just when you think it's done, that fourth belt loops them back to the cone for a second pass. That's efficiency in motion. Just amazing how it all works together. You gotta appreciate the cleverness of this design. It uses different steps: shaking, washing with water, lifting, and draining, all working together to get sand perfectly clean. It's not overly complicated, which is nice. Just a smart, straightforward way to process a lot of sand efficiently. Good engineering at work.
Testing it out a little bit, throwing a bunch of chips through it.
Over at our hobby machinist group,
test.
folks were impressed. Frank said it's a solid way to keep chips moving without clogging the system. He really liked how the auger sat below the coolant pan and drained right into a tank. No high-end tech, just smart placement and practical thinking.
Let me see if I can put something else in. Drop right now.
Tennis balls usually bounce back. Not this time. Drop a 1 in the comments if our video blew your mind. Your support fuels our creative fire.
Okay.
If you're into backyard projects or breaking down scrap, this jaw crusher could save you a ton. $6,000 isn't bad for what it does. And a new one for $5,000? Could be a game changer for small-scale recycling jobs. Just by the build alone, it's clear this Perustis EE cutter is built to last. No fancy electronics, just solid steel and raw power. Being PTO-driven means less maintenance and fewer moving parts. That kind of simplicity earns real trust. That was a big gum tree they were feeding into it. Takes a powerful chipper like this to handle logs that size easily. Doesn't even seem to slow it down much. Tackling large timber. You're looking at the Argus VZ850DK in action. a monster built to tame the chaos of demolition wood and busted pallets. With its massive twin-shaft system, it doesn't just chew through wood, it devours it. From soft pine to thick beams, it handles every type from A1 to A4, grinding them down into clean chunks about 6 inches wide, perfect for reuse or fuel. Now take a look. Over 81,000 pounds of shredded wood chips getting loaded up. That's not just waste. That's winter warmth, garden mulch, even power. Every bucket is part of the cycle.
A pesar de lo que está tirando, no está fija en el suelo. De vibración.
O briquete está melhorando porque está aquecendo a máquina. Está úmido.
And this whole setup? It's running wide open down in Brazil. The machine, built by Lippel, battle-tested and born tough. South American strength paired with German-style precision.
Este no se me da. El brillo es, y eso es lo que está haciendo más claro.
Good to see polypropylene getting recycled instead of tossed. These molded parts can clog up landfills fast. Big machines like this help us clean up smarter, not harder. This M&J 4000-8 mobile shredder handles a mix of everything. Regular garbage, big bulky items, industrial waste. It takes it all. That flexibility is key at a landfill. It's one machine for many different types of waste. Very versatile. This is a quad shaft shredder, which means it has 4 heavy-duty shafts with cutters working together. Think of 4 sets of sharp teeth tearing into that bale. This design is very effective at grabbing and breaking down material from all sides. A smart way to shred tough stuff efficiently. Good way to handle paper core waste. Shreds them up so they can be recycled easily. Keeping stuff out of the landfill. What do you do with lots of old, broken plastic carts? Shred them. This machine provides a simple solution for reducing bulky plastic waste into manageable pieces for disposal or recycling. Those twin shafts look powerful. No wonder they can shred plastic and cardboard so easily. Love seeing it work. From steel jaws to flying splinters, Green Tech brings the crush. Don't miss the next load of raw destruction. Subscribe now, and let's keep grinding together.